rolling.
Hello everyone. So I am Varuna and today I will be talking about EBC and free pass which I did on my own without a guide or a porter. Since so many of you messaged me about so many things, I thought it will be a good idea to make a series of videos. So in video for today, this is my first video about the same. I will be telling about major tips and tricks, how many days it took me and how to do about it, major things and other things about the same. And in the subsequent videos, I will be talking about how to pack, what all to carry for your backpack, and a day-wise detail about the same. So if you like my video, please do share my contents and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please do drop the same. So, you know, I did Nepal EBC and free pass somewhere mid of October and November. Like towards there was a lull in COVID period, but yes, the Nepal had just opened up, so definitely there were not many people going for EBC and free pass, and that way I was lucky. And also because I wanted to do EBC and free pass trek on my own, I was able to complete the same without the help. So if you ask me cost wise, it really cost me a lot less than what it normally does. I don't want to divulge how much it cost me, but yes, it was way less. So in this video, actually, I will be sharing with you all those tips, all those things which help me plan the trip, how to save money during the trek, and also what mistakes I did and how you can avoid those mistakes and pitfalls. I really want to thank so many of you who helped me in planning and who also helped me in executing the whole thing, and just so many Nepali people and Sherpa who helped me during the course of these 21 days in the mountains. So, without going any further, let's start. So, it took me around 20 to 21 days from Kathmandu and going completing the whole three pass and coming back to Kathmandu. So, in subsequent videos, I'll be talking in detail about what all I did day wise. So, let's first start with some important and some basic things. See, first of all, I want to tell you if you plan to do EBC and free pass on your own, see, EBC is still doable. There are a lot of people who go there, there are many people who will be doing it alone. But for three pass, especially if it's a bad weather, you need to have experience. So if you are a novice who is not exposed to mountains, who doesn't know how to handle a bad weather or getting lost or what to do, I will definitely suggest please do not venture. See, one should not be foolhardy in mountains. That's the basic lesson about me. I've done my basic and advanced mountaineering course. I have climbed a 6,000-meter peak and I've done 50 plus Himalayan treks. So I thought I should be able to do it, though I knew few things that I have to be fully prepared and I should know my thing well, and I should know in your head you should actually know that okay, if I'm crossing the pass, if weather turns bad and there is no one around, what do I do? How do I go back, or how do I bivouac, or how do I avoid any pitfalls? Sometimes it's beyond you, but majority of times if you're well prepared, you should be able to handle it. So if you're planning to do the same, first thing I would say is to have a good topo map. So in Nepal, there are many shops, and Nepa Maps was really helpful. So Nepa Maps I got, and one should have a good compass, and you should be able to locate your bearing in case you are getting lost. So you can look at YouTube videos to how to find your bearings. Another important thing is to study the map. So I'll tell you how I used to study map. So I would see where I'm supposed to go. Suppose I have to cross Renjula Pass, or I have to cross. I have to see where is the pass, in which direction it is. And then what I also did is to see the photograph of the pass. So sometimes what happens, you're crossing the pass, majority of places you will see some canes guiding you. But if suddenly the weather turns bad and you're not able to see, and you're able to see the end of pass, at least looking at the shape of the mountains or looking at those prayer flags, you get a fair idea of okay, pass must be over there. So a good knowledge of maps, compass, good belief in your ability, I think they are the absolute prerequisite if you plan to do EBC and free pass on your own. Another important thing which I think is, for extra, every extra kg of weight you will have, you will really have to put more effort, especially when you are more than 17,000 or 18,000 feet in the mountains. So I will definitely suggest keep it minimal, but keep all the necessary stuff you need. I carried my Osprey 65 Aura liter bag and I found it extremely comfortable, and it really helped me in all the 21 days I was in mountains. So about the gear, I will be sharing in the subsequent video what all I carried, what to carry and what not to carry. But I will just share in brief some important things which I think you definitely should carry. One thing is the hot water flask, because see, once you're in the mountain, and especially when the season is full, you will not even have a place to stay. But because I started when COVID was just waiting for, there was a brief lull. There were hardly people. So in many lodges, they just welcome me, like, because they told me in 2 years I'm the first one to be there. So majority of places I did not have to pay for the lodging or for the phone charge or even for the water. They didn't take money from me. But that would not be the case. You will have to pay for charging, you will have to pay for water and so many other things. Like in Namche, Gorakshep, you have to pay for water, you have to pay for charging and many other things. So how can you avoid those charges? So first thing is, how to avoid those charges is, what you got to do is, for the charging, if you have a solar charger. So I did not have it because in India, of course, you do not find some good quality chargers. But if you have those chargers like Anchor, I recently purchased it from US. So that really helps because you're able to move and charge your phone and you do not have to pay. That's my first tip. Second tip is, about, okay, we talked about phone charging. Second tip is the hot water. Now this is my most favorite trick. First is, you should always carry a thermos with you. Why thermos? Because you can put the water and water stays hot for longer. Have an Angeline bottle also. It helps because you can pour the hot water and you can use it to keep yourself warm at night. My most favorite tip is something to do with this month. So what I used to do is, I used to pour cold water in this, and in evenings usually they play they use bukharis to keep you warm. So I used to pour water in this and used to keep it on the bukhari, and in 2 minutes it's boiling hot water and I get hot water for free. And then I used to fill it in my thermos and again fill the thermos, and you have absolutely free hot water. That's my favorite tip. Please do let me know in comments if you like this tip of mine. So yes, another thing is ginger water. I used to love hot chocolate. I used to have lots and lots of hot chocolate, and it used to cost 200 Nepali bucks. Then I realized it's a fairly good idea to actually carry chocolate powder or cocoa powder, whatever it is, with you. You just mix it in hot water and you have a fairly cheaper hot chocolate with you. Another tip is to carry tea bags with you. I really, because I used to take hot water and put my tea bags and all flavors of green tea with me, so I would always have like a separate amount of green tea with me. If you can manage to carry some ginger, some lemon, honey, you will always have ginger, honey, lemon free of cost with you. I know it's a little tedious, but trust me, you will really say thank you if you plan to do the same. I did not carry honey, so that's why I would have loved to carry. Another thing is, please do have dal bath, because dal bath really gives you good energy. Sometimes I really missed having my pickles, so sometimes I think, because my video is essentially for Indians, so it's like having a pickle pouch for a little zing, because the food gets bland in few days. And also for the water, in majority of places I have boiling water. So they said in Gorakshep and one other place you cannot have, the water is dirty, but somehow I did not have to use the chlorine tablets. But it's good to carry chlorine tablets with you. But I did not use the chlorine tablets, I just drank the hot water. It was pretty fine with me. Sorry. Another next thing is, I carried sleeping bag, but then when I was climbing up Namche, and it's a very steep uphill, right from the fourth bridge, I really could feel the weight on me. And then I saw that I'm getting blankets and everything, and because the rush was so less, I just dropped my sleeping bag at Namche and I managed without. That's a separate story. Still, my bag weighed more than 15 kgs because my Osprey bag itself weighs around 2 kgs because it has a good bag support. Then my water bladder, because I just love to drink water, so it's more than 2.5 liters, and with the cameras and other accessories, it was more than 15 kgs for me. I carried two books, but then again I realized, like, I don't know where did I realize that, okay, I cannot carry them any further. So I dropped my books, so I carried my diary. It's a very good idea to actually have a Kindle because you can have a lot many books out there to read. And next is the trekking pole. I think trekking pole is the absolute must. And you should not be stupid like me. I I just lost trekking pole of me and a friend, and I lost thermos also. So you should be a little bit more careful in the mountains. You know how I crossed Rangila Pass? Because I had no trekking pole. I had lost all of them. So somehow a magical stick appeared out of nowhere, and that's what helped me cross the Rangila Pass. Now, coming to some of the mistakes. I think first is not to be stupid and forgetful and not forget your money. Or, sorry, not forget your things in the mountains. The next was the money part. So, what happened with me is like I was carrying money, which was enough, and then I thought I'll be able to use ATMs. So, I went to this Kathmandu store and bought all the stuff I needed, and then I realized my ATM did not work. I don't know, it was a HDFC card. And I really want to help people of Backpackers and Travelers India, popularly known as the Bati group, who really and readily helped me and arrange money. And Dr. Khan and all the Manish and Sunil and so many other people, I should be eternally grateful for arranging the money at the last minute for me. So to avoid falling into pitfall, please carry at least two ATM cards. Please carry adequate cash because at the airport nobody checked actually how much cash I was carrying. So please don't be stupid on that count like me. And my next tip is about insurance. So insurance, ASC 360 of India provides the insurance for the same. I did not carry insurance. Again, you should definitely do. I'll tell you why I didn't. First, I'm a doctor, so I thought if anything happens, and I have been to 21,000, and I've stayed pretty fine in the mountains. So I thought, okay, nothing major should happen to me. And I'm not a foolhardy that if I have a symptom of AMS, I'm going to go. No, because it was a free itinerary. I was willing to wait or even willing to go back if something happened. So I was not hell bent, no, I have to do. No. I respected my body all these days, and if any symptom, I was well aware to tackle whatever emergency would arise. But I would definitely suggest you to go for insurance. So ASC 360 provides insurance in India, but I think the problem with them is their insurance starts from the day you leave Delhi. So because I was staying in Kathmandu for 4 5 days, so 5 days of my insurance was just getting wasted. They did not start it from the day I planned to start my trek. So that actually didn't work for me, and I don't have much knowledge about insurance. If you have much knowledge about hiking and mountaineering insurance in India, please do share with me in the comment section so that everyone gets more informed about the same. So, moving on from insurance, okay, please do carry a sanitizer, as you know it's of utmost importance. And the next important tip I want to share with you is the shoe. My shoe was Obo's shoes, which I had been using for 3 years. I climbed peaks, I did rock climbing, I did a lot of stuff, did my advanced course in them. Pretty strong and sturdy shoes. As soon as I reached Kathmandu, I realized that the rubber, almost half of the rubber had almost broken off. And I was really shocked because I had 21 days of extensive trek to go on with me. And okay, my husband is handing me the shoe. Thank you. Look at that shoe. Yeah, it still has that glue fixed on it, but it was absolutely gone. So it was gone. These all grooves were out, and this shoe was absolutely gone. And everyone thought that, I will not be able to make. That was my Achilles heel, or how do you pronounce it? Achilles? How do you do it, Gordon? I don't know.
Achilles.
Achilles. Okay. So I don't know, but then this shoe was gone. So everyone said, then I went to the local cobbler bhaiya and I told him, bhaiya, please do some jugaad. I think you all know what jugaad means. So yes, they did the jugaad for me, and he said, "Arey madam, पूरा आपका Everest पहुंच जाओगी आप." So I said, "भैया, Everest नहीं, अभी base camp तक पहुंचा दो." So he said me nothing to worry. And trust me, I had a lot to worry, but Thanks to me, I carried few extra glues with me. I carried a duct tape with me. Always carry duct tape with you. I'll tell you why. So if your down jacket, tears, if anything tears, you can always apply a duct tape. So I think duct tape is a very important thing to carry. And I did carry duct tape, and I did carry two or three additional shoe glue. You can find a shoe glue in a shop in Kathmandu. They pretty much sell those things. So when I reached, I think Gokyo, again my shoe was completely gone, and I had to cross Renju. And I just applied glue, and then my shoe, a lot of snow entered my shoe. My feet were wet. That story for the other day. But please get a good hiking shoe. Break in the shoe, check your shoe, especially if you have not used it. Many a times what happens, moisture comes in, and before you know, the shoe is gone. So shoe is very important. Another important is to carry extra pair of socks, especially merino wools. You'll never have enough socks, trust me. That's one advice if I have to give is, please carry. Last thing is you want is a chill bane or a frostbite. Always carry extra socks. That's my single most advice I will give anywhere planning to venture out in the mountains. Apart from that, I think how you prepare for it is strength training and everything, and pranayam. I used to every day do pranayam, so Kapal Bharti, Anum Vilom, breath holding, it really helps in maintaining. I used to take vitamin D and vitamin C to keep cold cough and anything. And by God's grace, I did not have anything during those 21 days. I was fit as a fiddle. Apart from that, okay, there is this one important thing I want to talk to you about, and that's altitude sickness. Why is it important? Because I know by now you all know about AMS, you all know about high altitude pulmonary edema, high altitude cerebral edema. You won't believe me, in Gorakshep, every 10 or 15 minutes a helicopter was evacuating somebody. So many people fell sick on the trail. So many people were vomiting. So many had headaches, confusion, hallucinations. That's why I will suggest it's utmost importance to acclimatize properly, to not go ahead. If you're not feeling better, drink adequate water, have electrolyte solution, keep yourself hydrated, eat sufficiently. That's most important. See, I was a vegetarian, so I wouldn't eat eggs and all that. So I carried my protein powder. I'm not going to name the brand because they're not paying me for that. So yes, please, especially good amount of proteins in the diet, because you are in a catabolic state, your muscles are undergoing breakdown. You need good amount of proteins to replenish your body and to build up the muscles which have undergone tear. So a good diet will be essentially very important. Please don't smoke in mountains. Don't look at Sherpa. They can just smoke and climb better than us. Look at your body physiology, respect your body. Don't be Gama in the land of Lama. You don't have to prove it. I am the first, I am the fastest, I am this, I am blah. I met so many wannabes. Oh, I did it faster, I did this. Keep quiet. Enjoy your serenity. I met people, I didn't want to continue with them. I just said, okay, I just want to be alone. Sometimes it's okay. It's okay to cut off from people and to go on your journey, because that's your story, that's your exploration, that's how you want to enjoy mountains. Okay, before I go to the medical part, there is one important tip I just remember. I just forgot my tripod. And since I was alone, I literally don't have like those amazing photographs which I thought I would, especially at the Gokyo. And I literally had to fix it on a rock so that I have my, pictures. And for the GoPro, I will always suggest to carry extra GoPro batteries, because GoPro just depletes fast. And carry your adequate power banks, and if you have a solar charger, then one power bank is more than enough. I was carrying three power banks. Can you believe it? Yes, I was carrying three. That's why my bag weighs so heavy, because I had my camera, I had GoPro, and GoPro needed a recharge every day. And yes, that's how it is. And of course I had my phone on me. And another important thing, okay, let me write, this is the most crucial tip I'm giving you, is the app called MapsMe. Why is MapsMe important? Is because it's an offline application. So before you go, you can download MapsMe. And how MapsMe is actually going to help you is, suppose I'm crossing Kongmala, it has a trail on Kongmala, so you anything, or a Renjola pass, so you can follow MapsMe, and MapsMe will always help you. And see, always have a sight. So on the day I was crossing Rangela Pass, I didn't see anything the day I started pass, because there were hardly few people, everyone was going through Macharmu. So I was alone on Rangela Pass, and I was just walking. I studied my map, and at one point I don't see canes, I don't see anything, I don't know where the path is. Of course I was scared. I was like, okay, am I going the right way? And I said, oh Buddha ji, if you are there, please let somebody come, let me at least somebody cross the path, and I get a fair idea if I'm on the right path. And in 2 minutes, a Lama Ji comes running, and I'm like, yay, I finally saw someone. And I say, am I on the right path? He said, oh, yes, 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 you will take just 30 minutes. And you know what their 30 minutes are? It took me 2 hours from there to reach Ranjula Pass. So, in mountains, if you have trust in mountains, if you have trust in God, God will surely help you. And let me share my three personal secret things which I do in mountains. So last year, I don't know how many of you know, but I had an injury when I was on an expedition. A huge rock fell on my knee. I had an MCL tear. I recovered from that, and from then onwards, whenever I go to mountains, I chant Mahamrityunjay mantra every day. I'm on mountains, and my husband has given me some crystals of amethyst and quartz and tourmaline, which I carry with me to keep me safe in the mountains. So, yes, thankfully, they have really helped me. And I think the faith in the mountains and in the scheme of things goes a long way in keeping you safe in the mountains, as long as you're not foolish. Okay. Now is the most important and most favorite part is about the medical part. If you want me to do a detail about AMS, about altitude sickness, what medicines to carry, please do drop in comments, and I will do the same. And if you want me to just give it briefly, see, altitude sickness is very real. If you ignore the symptoms of altitude sickness, you will have yourself to blame. Headaches, nausea, anything. And that's why I say it's ultimate importance to have your insurance, because you will be evacuated by heli as soon as possible. If you don't have, and you are sometimes very sick, be ready to shell out 4 to 5 lakhs for evac. So yes, please don't go. I had a fair bit of knowledge, some confidence, and also because I'm a doctor, I took a calculated risk, and thankfully nothing much happened. In hindsight, yes, if I would have gotten a good insurance, I would definitely would have taken it. And then you should always, as I said, duct tape. Micropore is very important. You can tape your feet with it, and to avoid blisters. Some common medicines, electrolytes, chlorine, Norflox. I think I would do a separate video about AMS and what all medicines you need to carry. And because that's like the ultimate importance in the mountains. And because you cannot let go. If you have health, that's when in mountains, and in mountains there is no health. So be generous enough, because wherever I had those extra medicines, so when I was coming back, I just gave it to different people who needed it at the different lodges. Be generous in the mountains, be kind, keep your ego at home, be humble, be helpful, and trust me, cut off from people, because it's your journey to enjoy in the mountains, and don't care. People call me crazy in the mountains, and I don't mind, because eventually it was my journey and I wanted to enjoy it the way I want. I didn't want to waste my time talking bullshit with people or just indulging in something which didn't add any meaning to my journey. So be free and enjoy your journey. I think yes, that makes pretty much of it. And I hope you like this series. I think I might have missed something, because now, because I'm in Gurgaon, my brain is having low altitude sickness, I guess. So yes, if I miss something, you can just remind me. I will add that in my next video. If you like my video, please comment. You don't need to like, you can just comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And also, I haven't done much YouTube videos. This is just the beginning of the part. If you like it, and if you want me to cover more topics in anything and whatever experience I had, I'm happy to share. Om Mani Padme Om, Jai Bholenath. happy weekend, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.
It's unbelievable sight. I can't even believe this. Look at that. Amarablam, Everest, Tupse, Lhotse, first view. Wow. Wow is an understatement. I can't even believe this. Wow. Wow. Wow, I'm turning crazy. I already am. I'm turning a little more. Wow. I want to climb Amarablam one day. Wow.